Simon, you mentioned bending realities. You don't have just one reality. You could have multiple realities. And it seems like a lot of this was foreign to me. It seems like Star Wars woo stuff. I didn't know all of that. So can you tell us, and I'm sure like I'm not even saying that that's wrong, because I know that if somebody has a lot of control on their mind, they can understand a human mind, they can do that. How can somebody learn that process? How can somebody understand that, hey, this is not the only reality that I can have? I can change things if I switch my mindset. Can you teach us, like, what is it that you do when you help your clients? They want to bend their reality, they want to change their situation, life situation, business situation.
So the way that we bend our reality is first to understand that at any given moment, you have the ability to choose one thought over another at any given moment. So let's say an event happens. Now, when an event happens, the event itself has no emotion. So if a car crashes into a wall, the wall does not get angry and the car doesn't get sad. There is no emotion in the event. But we as humans, we need to attach a meaning to the event. And that is why for some of us, when an event happens, we're sad. And for others, when an event happens, the same event, they're happy. And so if we have the ability to choose one thought over another, that gives us the power to bend our reality. So when I work with a client and they are talking about a challenge, what I would do is to get them to see that challenge through a different perspective, through the power of questions. For example, what else could that mean? What is that trying to teach you? What is the lesson here? What opportunity has now arisen as a result of what happened?
Right.
So even if I look at my past and my journey, on the one hand, I could see the fact that I was made redundant within the first 14 months of my job as bad, but actually I could see it as a blessing because it allowed me to become an entrepreneur. I could see the failing of my second year at university as bad, or I could see it as a blessing because it meant that I got to meet my now wife. So the event itself is neutral. We get to bend reality through the meaning and the way we interpret an event through thinking.
Yeah.
What's your experience of that event and how can you change it? In fact, if you consider time travel, we cannot time travel at the moment. But the closest that we can get to time travel is to go back to an event in our past and change the meaning that we have with that event.
Yeah.
So let's say there was an event in your past that you feel particularly bad about, or that gave you some sort of trauma or grief. Now, if you go back and you change your relationship with that event, so instead of the event meaning you couldn't do something, imagine now, because of the event, you are now able to do something else that made you who you are today. Suddenly, you've just started to bend your reality.